What's up, everybody? Brian Tong here in San Francisco, coming back home, and I was just inside the Masonic Auditorium where Samsung announced their new Galaxy S23 series for 2023, also Ultra, coming to laptops. We'll talk about that in a second. But let's start off with the flagship, the big kahuna, the S23 Ultra. More speed, more power, more megapixels, and a slightly different design. It's going to bring these subtly reshaped curved edges, and it's going to maintain what they call their floating camera design, where it just kind of pops off the surface. It's going to use Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 and Armor aluminum, just like the previous model. And Samsung, they're really leaning in on sustainability, pointing out that the front and back glass is made of recyclable glass. Some of the keys and buttons and speaker parts are actually made of recycled plastic as well. And honestly, I love this initiative because the design is always classy. That's going to hold true this year. Now, the big number that's being thrown around, 200, as in 200 megapixels. The S23 Ultra will combine 16 pixels into one and bring a 200 megapixel camera this time around. Now, that's a big number to just throw around for marketing, and it also, though, is going to bring twice the optical image stabilization. But what's more important is what their image processing is doing to get your final image result and what it looks like. So depending on the type of shot you want, it will combine the pixels if you need better low light photography. All the cameras at the high end of phones these days, we know they're all really capable and good, but the end result is more than the megapixels, so it's going to be fun to try it out and also see how its low light performance measures up. It's always been kind of a focus. Another big focus here is Samsung really leaned into how this camera is made and more than capable of being used for filmmaking. And it wasn't just like casual creator type stuff. We're talking about Ridley Scott, talking about making a film with the S23 Ultra, South Korean film director Na Hong-jin, creating movie productions as well with the S23 Ultra. And as a content creator, I mean, this is really exciting. Some of the shots they showed, you would have never guessed they were shot with the phone, and that's where we're getting with just how good these things are. Now, the S23 Ultra still brings a juicy, big 6.8-inch quad HD Plus display. It gets right up to the edge. It still has the 120 hertz adaptive refresh rate, nice and smooth, so these are all good things. But now it also just needs some real power to drive this phone, so the S23 Ultra will come loaded with Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 mobile processor. Qualcomm CEO Cristiano Amon, he was actually there and mentioned specifically
that this incredible smartphone is powered by the world's fastest and most power-efficient Snapdragon ever, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 mobile platform for Galaxy.
You even saw that in the logo, and we've heard of reports that it could potentially be overclocked, specifically for Samsung phones. It's going to bring a 34% CPU performance boost, a 41% GPU boost, and ray tracing, bringing those PC-like level graphics to this phone, and then a 49% neural processing unit boost for AI tasks. So improvements, significant improvements across the board, and easily the most powerful Galaxy phone. And how this even aids in taking pictures and images and the quality, I think we're going to see some nice results there too. You're still also getting a 5,000 milliampere hour battery. That's an estimated 26 hours of video playback on this beast of a phone. The new S23 Ultra will start at $1,199. You're going to get storage options of 256, 512, and 1 terabyte. You'll also get 8 gigs of memory on the base model, but 12 gigs of memory for the 512 gig and 1 terabyte storage. The S23 Plus and S23, that rounds up the lineup. They're also getting a boost with the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, while retaining the same 6.6-inch screen for the Plus and 6.1-inch screen for the S23. They're going to bring a 50 megapixel camera, all the benefits from the new processing power, and they will start at $999 and $799 respectively. Looking at the entire lineup, the S23 Ultra will start at $1,199, the S23 Plus, $999, and then the S23, $799 starting. The entire lineup will come in the same colors. Phantom Black, always been boss. You got this cool cream color, green, and that lavender. Ooh, you know, that lavender's looking nice. I love that. But the green also looks really good. And then there's also exclusive colors on Samsung's online store while supplies last. So you can pre-order starting today. The new S23 series phones will be available starting February 17th. Now, those are the phones, but arguably the bigger surprise, there's a Galaxy Book3 Ultra bringing a new tier and a high-end laptop to Samsung's product lineup. It's going to come with an Intel 13th Gen Core i7 or i9 processor. You got NVIDIA RTX 4070 or 4050 for graphics. You got a 16-inch 3K AMOLED display, the 120 hertz refresh rate. It looked great in the demo area, really popped. I mean, this thing looks mean in person. It also has a really heavy, substantial weight, almost at 4 pounds. So this just feels like a quality machine. You got HDMI and 2 Thunderbolt 4 on one side, a micro SD card slot, USB 3.2 Type A, and a 3.5mm audio jack on the other side, and then this larger touchpad with Dolby Atmos speakers. You can go up to a 1 terabyte hard drive with this machine, and you can always use external drives, but for me, 4K video editing, I need more than a terabyte of storage, at least internally. You can pre-order the Galaxy Book3 Ultra. That starts at $2199, that's $2,199, and get it by February the 24th with their latest updates on their website. They also introduced the Galaxy Book3 Pro 360, and we're seeing this form factor more and more, the completely rotatable screen that can then be used in a tablet format, touch screen as well, bringing new functionality and versatility. I like that. You flip it all the way around. You have the option to use the S Pen with it. This is also a 16-inch 3K AMOLED display, 120 hertz refresh rate, and a 16:10 aspect ratio. Same ports as the Ultra, larger touchpad like the Ultra as well. Just more versatility.
With a 16-inch Book3 Pro starting at $1,249 and the Book3 Pro 360 starting at $1,399. Or pre-order the Galaxy Book3 Ultra on February 14th, starting at $2,199.
Those are really the big announcements from Galaxy Unpacked. I love what I saw from the S23 Ultra. I also really love how they're getting into the higher-end laptop market with the Galaxy Pro 3 Ultra. I mean, in person, that thing looked mean. I loved it. So then you have this powerhouse partnership with a new Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip, custom made for them. This is something that I can't recall a scene before, and the push to really bring high-end camera features for content creation, that was great as well. So there you go, just a recap of the entire Galaxy Unpacked event in San Francisco, and you can keep on coming back to this channel for all things tech. We're going to review some of these products as well, and I will see you next time.